Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lassos, and welcome to the click. Oh my god, you smell so amazing today, especially you, Hans. Oh mein Gott, Hans, wie geht es, Hans? Oh, du sieht so schön aus, Hans. And everyone else, welcome to the click. Today we're going to do something beautiful, one of my own favorite subreddits. We're going to look into r/FacePalm. Amazing stories, amazing twists, amazing happenings, and everything is amazing. Almost as amazing as you are, Hans. Enjoy. Oh! That was so smooth! I'm getting so good at my job! I should get a raise!
When I was a kid, my sister told me the paper strip that is in the chocolate kisses were edible, and I ate them with the chocolate for like a year.
They are!
Wait, for real?
Why would you believe in this again? No, this isn't fair. This is a Twitter gaslight. This is so horrible. I would believe this so hard. You know, one time I was eating a cinnamon bun and I figured like halfway through, like, wow, this cinnamon bun is like weirdly chewy. And then I looked down and I realized I hadn't removed the wrapper. Canada just announced it will provide a new COVID vaccine to every Canadian who wants it for free.
That's great. Just out of curiosity, which country was it that developed the vaccine? Wonder why.
Thanks for asking, Ted. The Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine was first developed in Germany by a pair of immigrant scientists from Turkey.
But, Merca. Oh, it must be Merca.
If you're gonna be a smartass on Twitter, why not just Google it first like it's... Why? Alleged porch pirate arrested after wearing exact same shirt to court from surveillance footage.
Meh.
The lawyer. No, judge, I swear it wasn't me. But you have the exact same unique customized shirt with your literal name on it. An Amazon worker died of a heart attack, laying on floor for 20 minutes before someone spotted him. A couple of days before, he put up the wrong product in the wrong bin, and within 2 minutes, management saw it on camera and came down to talk to him about it. Well, it's not important, right? The bin is more important than human life.
Don't you know anything about efficiency? Outrageous.
This is sarcasm, by the way.
If God made you a male, that's not a mistake. If God made you a female, that's not a mistake. Saying any different is exalting a perfect creator. Read your word.
God made you a brunette, yet you are now blonde. God gave you bad vision, yet you fixed it with glasses. God gave you crooked teeth, yet you straightened them with braces. Yeah, this is like people saying, oh, it's not natural, while using, an unnatural iPhone on the very unnatural Twitter that did not exist in nature. Yikes. Just because something isn't naturally occurring doesn't mean that we shouldn't be able to do it as a society. I mean, heart surgery isn't particularly natural either. We just fix something that has went wrong with the biological body. It's a very standard thing in society, and I don't understand why it's such a big deal in these specific cases. Let people be happy.
What is the most absurd medical bill you have ever received?
$600 for my son who lived about 3 minutes. He received no medical care at all. He died almost immediately. He didn't get enrolled in my insurance plan, so I got the bill from the hospital where I was doctor. What? That is nuts. I got a bill from someone with the same name living in the same town. $46,750 for post-stroke treatment. Apparently the guy was in his 70s. I tried to clear it up, but the hospital kept insisting that it was me, even after going in person to speak with their billing department and presenting my social security. I was 19 at the time, so I asked if I looked like I had a stroke recently or was 70 years old. After about a month, it was reported to the credit bureaus and tanked my credit score. Finally ended up getting a lawyer and going to court. Took 6 years. So you were 25 when this was resolved. And the settlement was barely enough to cover my legal fees. Imagine if it just takes long enough, so you just become 70 anyway. It's like, well, I have already paid for my stroke treatment because of this faulty bill. We're all good. That is nuts that they keep persisting. Maybe they just thought you aged really well. Like, oh, I don't believe that you're 19. You might just be a 70-year-old who does a lot of CrossFit and wore sun lotion. You're fine. Oh, here's a video.
Miss, for $1, name a woman.
Oh, no.
Name a woman?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, name a woman.
Name a woman?
Yeah.
Yoga
bag, name a woman.
Sorry.
No, name a woman.
Name a woman?
Yes, go.
Any?
Yes.
Oh my god. Yes. This is so hard.
Name a woman! Name a woman! Name a woman! No!
Perfectly cut scream. No! I think I've seen like an analysis on this or something way back in the day. And it's when you put people on the spot like this, like really shock, it kind of locks it so you can't like come up with it. She could literally say herself, but you know, you don't come up with that in the moment because it's so like flabbergasting. Amazing.
My daughter was just offered a teaching position for $16 an hour. She has 2 masters in education. That's $32,000 annual. No wonder they can't find good teachers. She was making $55K as a bartender. Our priorities are fricked up.
That is such a shame, honestly. I worked as a teacher part-time back when I was studying in ye olden days when I was young in my youth. And it's such a shame. I see that so often. People who are like genuinely passionate about teaching, or you know, they want to do it and they find a lot of value from it, and you're growing together with a student and getting that chemistry, and it's so rewarding of a job. But I see so many people drop out of it or not even consider it as a career path because it just kneecaps you permanently. There's like nowhere to go. It is atrocious. Best moments in trash TV. Like that one time Dr. Phil brought on the owner of Bum Fights to accuse him of exploiting vulnerable people. And this guy shows up dressed like Phil, saying he does the exact same thing, and was promptly kicked off the show for being right. Oh my god. Really getting down in the mud about it. Oh my god. I think I saw this when it first aired. So amazing. Oklahoma Department of Wildlife. Listen, bear spray does not work like bug spray. We would like to not have to say that again. Wait, what is bear spray? Hold on, hold up. Bear spray. Bear spray is a specific astral spray, bear deterrent, whose active ingredients are highly irritant capacitance and related knapsnisnorlish that is used to deter aggressive or charging bears. Wait, were they just going out in the woods just trying to spray? Like when you have a mosquito indoors? Is that? I would love to know what led up to this tweet. Like, what on earth did they do? Throwback to when the car insurance lady asked my mom for front, rear, and side views, but she didn't get the memo.
Yeah, picture and hair. That felt weird. Thanks, Ava. Hope those work.
Susan, you look very nice, but I need pictures of your vehicle. It's not always easy.
Monkey.
Lonely Ape, the NFT dating service cancelled due to a lack of women. Why am I not surprised? Can you imagine if you think Twitter bios and stuff are bad? Imagine what the bios would be like on this platform. It would all just be NFT flexing. This is some real Maidenless behavior. Oh my god, look at what the socialism has done to my beautiful country. It's preserved our ancient history, given us healthcare and our money is worth more than the US dollar. It's so horrible, ha 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 ha.
Really? Why are thousands of people from your country hopping the border to come into the US?
Italy, are you okay, sir? You tried very hard. Italians are known for being incredibly agile. The Atlantic poses no challenge. How do atheists decide between good choices and bad choices? If you need the threat of eternal punishment to be a good person, you are not a good person. Ooh, I think, yeah, ouch. When I've read up on it and studied and also talked to people who are more into religion than I am, I can see the good stuff it brings, because a lot of the points that are brought up in various religions and philosophies around the world is stuff that we have always kind of dabbled with. Like, what's the meaning of life? How do you achieve happiness, or different life philosophies or moral guidance? But it does reach a point where it goes too far, and you get these weird people that try to justify horrible behavior, but like, it's the Bible. It's like, well, it was also written by like you know, thousands of years ago. Maybe you should take it with a grain of salt. So if you find a specific philosophy to be a good guidance for your own life, that is perfect. If it fits you and it brings you happiness and it brings you guidance, more power to you. It's something that I think everyone is looking for. But the moment it turns into an excuse or turns into something that you try to force on others, that's when it kind of gets a little bit yikes. Bonus offer. If you download both books, flip through the end on Kindle, give both 5-star and write a good review, take screenshot of both and show me. Do not say he's my teacher or I'm in his class or anything like that. You can turn in the flip-a-boo and get 100. Are you bribing your students with good grades? To rate your book on Kindle? You know that little weird old stereotype of like,
I slept with my teacher, so I got a better grade.
this is like that, but like reversed. It's so weird. What? In my hungover state, I went food shopping, reached for a pack of sausages, and someone reached at the same time. So I stepped back and said, "Oh, sorry, you go ahead." I then realized I'd actually seen my own arm in a mirror and had apologized to myself in front of a lady hanging out samples.
Now, as an entertainment reporter for over a decade, it was unlike anything I truly have ever experienced. One of those comments was caught on tape. In this comment that's on tape, he says to me, "Boy, do I wish I was there," while looking me up and down. I was 6 months pregnant at the time, and his co-stars, Alan Arkin and Michael Caine, were seated on either side of him and actually looked at him when he made this comment to me. Again,
that sounds
it was
nasty.
caught on tape.
All right.
And take a note of Freeman's eyes in this clip.
One time I congratulated the woman on being pregnant and she wasn't. And so I've never done it again. For 50 years I've never done it.
You've learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson.
Lord, do I wish I was there.
This movie is...
As you see, that was quick right there, but there were other comments made to me by Freeman before and after.
Wait, this is serious? This is... Even the co-host just like, what? Oh my god, Kane just said like, "Oh, I had this embarrassing thing happen." And he says, "Oh, I wish I was there. That sounds funny." And you made it about... What? That's amazingly mind-boggling. Mike, I embarrassed myself one time. Morgan, boy, I wish I was there. Reporter.
This can only mean he's talking about something I can be offended by.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist.
Why are the world wars called the world wars when it was only a bunch of white countries beefing over gets to control and frick up the world the most? Why does everything white suddenly become the world?
Ah, yes. The world wars were white. Remember the white countries, Japan, China, Egypt, Liberia, Morocco, Iraq, Brazil, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Burma, and Ethiopia, the world wars? So white. Woo! There's gotta be a better name to give an illness other than monkeypox.
Agree 100%. Seems kinda racially motivated given its name and title when it was first came out. Worst virus in the 1970s originating in Africa. Just because civil rights were just established doesn't mean this should have been the social norm.
It's from monkeys, my guy. It's not always, you know, it's hard sometimes to be very social justice-y on Twitter, especially when you don't know how to use Google. Major retailer Green and Lauren Boebert were the lone two members to vote against a bill that would reauthorize the Nation Marrow Donor Program. Why on earth would you do that? Which matches bone marrow donors and cord blood units with patients who have leukemia and other diseases. The bill passed 415-2. When your entire identity has just become like being rambunctious and being against everything, maybe it's time to reevaluate, you know? Bone marrow and leukemia treatment can't possibly be good. Not that.
Dear atheists, what made you convinced that God doesn't exist?
Who needs to be convinced that anything silent, invisible, intangible, immeasurable, and undetectable doesn't exist? That's just weird. Are we on r/atheism? This took a twist, man. I think one thing that I started realizing when I grew up is that your values and stuff is gonna be so heavily dependent on where you grew up and who raised you. You can imagine, for example, if you ask someone, why don't you believe in this particular god or particular religion or whatever it might be, and they may not even have heard about it. I mean, obviously in today's connected era, you know, that's probably not the case, but at least not heard about it in the sense that they were raised in it. And they probably have a completely different view. Like they look at you and be like, whoa, why don't you believe in my thing? That's freaking weird. So I don't know. People have very subjective experiences, so this feels very centric to one particular group of people.
There is nothing more satisfying than being more prettier than your ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend.
The fact that he's not going for just looks anymore means you taught him a valuable lesson. And why would you obsess over that? Oh, that's so weird. Why would you like look up pictures of your ex's new partner and be like, yeah, I'm totally prettier. Why do you care? Record wins across the country. The green wave has arrived.
You do not have permission to post on my feed. Twitter, please remove. This is not how...
Social media was a mistake made by the mistake that is humanity. Christians against dinosaurs. What, this is a real group? What do you mean against dinosaurs? You're fighting dinosaurs? What do you mean?
So if dinosaur bones have been kept untouched for millions of years underground and are in such great condition, why do museums need to plaster and wires to keep them together? Did the Dinosaurs also need plaster and wire.
Your bones wouldn't stick together on form if your flesh was gone.
Do you have proof of that claim?
Yeah, but just wait a little bit. Check this out. When you decompose of that brain rot, and you're gonna see your bones just fall apart.
Whoa.
But this is so easy. You can just take the bones of literal any animal. Like, it doesn't even have to be dinosaur. But
do you have proof of that claim?
Oh. Like, your bones aren't like one singular consistent mass. You know, you have joints and stuff that are gonna fall off, and I mean, how you can pull out your fingers from its joints a little bit. Would you think this will just magically stay together if there's nothing there to hold it? Like, what? And how does your bone stay on your body, for example, when you break it? You know, wouldn't that be the same thing? Like, oh, I broke my bones, it just fell off.
Imagine knowing a guy that can solve all your financial problems without asking for the naughties. Heart.
His name is employment. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we got the basketball. Heck yeah. Okay, it's rolling a little bit. Ah, too bad. Punch it up. Punch it up. No. Oh. That's a whole lot of skill shown off in exactly 5 seconds. I just found out my coworker is anti-vaxxer. We're microbiologists. I also like how they, kind of censored Will Smith's meme face. I work with a flat earther at an airline.
But can you see the curvature?
Okay, explain to me if I'm like just missing it here. But whenever I see these pictures, like, oh, there is no curvature. If you look at the horizon, it's a straight line. But if you're standing on the top of a ball, I mean, you can literally test this with a tiny camera like a basketball. The horizon is gonna dip over. Like the horizon dips, right? Because it's round. It's gonna dip at the same distance here as it does over here, The ball has like an equal, amount of distance until it dips over the horizon. So if you look in this distance, you're gonna see X amount of kilometers. Look in this distance, you're also gonna see X amount of kilometers, which means that your vision disappears at a straight line. Of course, it's not gonna be a curvature. You're not standing on a cylinder. What are you talking about? What? Oh my god, it's little frozen. Look at this and just try to tell me that all three of these remains don't look exactly the same. I try to tell me Disney isn't lazy when it comes to creating the women. Wow, 2 sisters and their mom. You're right. Why on earth would they look the same? And also like animation style, like the probably. Oh my god, why does all of AC/DC songs sound like rock music? $160 parking ticket? Frick you, Virginia Beach. Nice. How fast? Did you just ask me how fast I was going on a parking ticket? It's like a reverse speeding ticket. That's essentially what it is. Like you were going 0 for too long in the wrong place. A parking ticket is just like a slow speeding ticket. Shower thoughts. My Uber driver is constantly talking about marijuana and all the ways to smoke it. Gonna be real awkward in about 10 minutes when he drops me at my home and my patrol car is parked in the driveway. Oh no! No! Oh no! Okay, so here's a dude. No. No. Did you take off your mask to cough and then put it back on? What do you think the purpose of the mask is? What? Cheers, yes, little house in sweet old Texas. This camp, what is this? How much money is this in guns? This is a museum, right? Please tell me this is like a little family-owned museum, and I don't think it is. I like how there's like a little Elsa thing on the side there as well. I saw it a place just with a bunch of guns and the Elsa thing. Oh, hell yeah. Most elderly aren't afraid of the virus. They can carry on like normal, unlike the younger generation's afraid of the shadow. And I used to have a dog that wasn't afraid of traffic. Keyword is used to have. Poor puppy. Florida man. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Florida man, 37, arrested for kidnapping 27 people and forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 hours straight. Is there a worse torture? Please, no. Why Yahtzee? Of all things, you could just have chosen Risk and we would like get through like, I don't know, one normal session. That would have been fine. But Yahtzee, out of all why?
I read your name and felt a strong energy and connection, and I thought you wanted a reading.
My name is Swedish Nutsack. No, it's a code name for
spirituality in Swedish. Look into my crystal balls and
see your future. After all the aftermath and destruction of the Notre Dame fire, the after-rent cross remained untouched. Please explain to me how you don't believe in God after seeing this. Oh, look at that cross.
Because the melting point of gold is 1064 degrees Celsius, and the wood fire burns around 600.
But it was God.
A record 1,500 private jets have arrived at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland to discuss what they can do about your carbon footprint. Yay! Woo. This is real. This is a real-life post by an anti-abortion activist. You can't make this shite up.
I talked a mom out of abortion in February. Her baby is 6 months old and was just removed from her family's custody by DCS. Unfortunately, it was probably a justified removal.
Wait, so you encouraged a family who you expected and knew was unfit for raising a child to have a child.
But this family put me down as the next preferred placement for this baby. Dude, me? No. I do way too much for this to work already. A 6 months old would break me, destroy my marriage and physical health. I just can't.
The irony is incredibly staggering.
What? You not only are like, oh yeah, they're not fit to have children, but you're leaving responsibility to me when I was the one encouraging this to happen, but I knew the family was. How could you do this? I don't want to have.
Okay, well, I hope the child has a good future. Oh my god, I hope it lands with a good family. Jesus Christ. In the Murka, you can get the gun far faster than you can get your COVID test results.
The gun is useful. COVID results not so much. There's no treatment thus so far. Knowing you have it isn't much use. It's not much use, except from, keeping your distance, knowing you have it and staying on top of symptoms. So if it gets worse, you can call the proper, emergency lines and, keep your relatives safe and self-isolate and avoid traveling and, all that. But, no, it's a gun is better for what exactly?
Oh, this is all wholesome and cute.
Okay, so you have to stomp this one, yes. Yes, stompy. No, not quite like that. Here, you stomp on it. No? There, yeah, stomp on it. No, not the floor. On the board. On the board. She just copies. Oh my god, it's so cute. Yeah, pet the board. Pet the board. Make sure it's ready for this. It's important that the board consents to this. Okay, so you stomp the board. Now it's demonstrated. Okay, this should be easy. So you place the new one there. And okay, no, don't copy that. You're not supposed to get a board yourself. Okay, so now you stomp the board. No, not the floor. You're supposed to do it there. On the board, right? On the board. So you take your foot and you stomp this.
Oh, it's kind of working. Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god, she's unleashing her true power. This feels like a malicious compliant thing. When you say say this thing, but slowly. This thing, but slowly. Ha 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 ha. It feels like that moment, but physically. Yes, you can do it. Come on. That's like, oh my, yeah, the butt move. That's like a move. What is it? It's one of the enemies in Elden Ring that does this. Isn't that an Ashen thing? Or whatever it's called? Ashes of War? Yeah, that's what it is. Basically, Ash of War unlocked. Heck yeah, I'm proud.
Education is indoctrination. Albert Einstein is a fraud. Isaac Newton is a fraud. Neil Tyson is a fraud. Stephen Hawking is a fraud. Holocaust is a hoax. Dinosaurs is a hoax. Space is a hoax. Evolution hoax. Globe hoax. Curvature hoax. Satellite hoax.
Just singular satellite. One satellite is a hoax.
Hoax. Freedom hoax. Theory of relativity, theory of evolution, germ theory, quantum theory.
You forgot about A-bombs.
Yep, total BS.
But most people believe it's real because they like to live in fear. It's like a drug for them, haha.
If anything is a drug for people, it's like outrage, I would say, which is kind of similar to what you're farming here, to be honest. People love being outraged. If you've ever made a YouTube video, for example, thumbnails that induce anger or shocking things get 10 times more clicks than if you have oh, here is a wholesome puppy. Because the outrageous stuff is exciting and our brains are kind of wired to respond more strongly to negative stuff because that's how, evolutionary-wise, you stay alive. If you focus more on what's negative and dangerous, you're more likely to stay alive, and then if you over-focus on what's positive and what's already solved, kind of. It doesn't always make a whole lot of sense in modern society, but yeehaw brain. I also love the source material. There's no source material, just rambling a bunch of stuff. Okay, space and dinosaurs, both fake. Totally fake. You can't just look up with a literal telescope. No, it's fake.
Being in a relationship with a woman is like being a father of a girl you just so happen to have naughties with.
I'm sorry, what? If a girl doesn't see you as her daddy, if she doesn't come to you when she's scared to cry, while you tell her everything will be okay, if she doesn't respect your disciplining, then she doesn't really like you and will only ever have the most begrudging, sporadic naughties of you.
I mean, everyone could, you know, fantasies and all that kind of stuff, but like, what? I'm sorry, what?
Hey man, I'd ask my mom, but I don't want to talk to her for an hour. So how often do you clean your oven?
Pretty much never.
Seriously? I'm cleaning it every time. It's not worth it.
You're cleaning the oven every time you use it?
Yeah, the bottom gets gross and full of blood or grease.
You're talking about the baking sheet or the actual oven?
Baking sheet? My oven has the metal grills on the inside.
One sec. I need a beer for this. So you're putting the meat directly onto the grills to cook, right?
Yeah, to grill it.
I am tweeting this.
Oh my god, so you're just letting the whole oven fill up with whatever like molten fat and juices and
oh my, yeah, no wonder you have to clean it every time. Holy shite.
Ukraine shouldn't fight back. No one should. Let it go.
What do you mean, let what go?
If Ukraine fight back, it will be devastating and the outcome won't be any different. They can't fight Russia on this. No one can. Best to let it go for now and use democracy.
You know, that thing that they're fighting for that will go away if they don't do it?
In the future. Don't kill yourself. Seriously.
Yes, indeed. Here's a really, really good Twitter take about complex international happenings, and what do you know? It's not particularly insightful.
Ukraine praying for buffalo yet? No? Oh.
I think Ukrainians have a lot more to worry about. Like, I don't know, a freaking war?
Black people dying for being black isn't the big issue?
What kind of... But you can flip it around to the other way, like this argument works both ways. You can just flip it. These are two serious issues that are not mutually exclusive by any means of the matter. You can have different issues on literally different parts of the world at the same time, and people who are there can care about it. What's the point? Nobody's arguing against you. This is a non-argument. What? The world does not revolve around America. That won't even have been on Ukrainian news even for the people that have access to it. Yeah, I mean, probably that most likely nowadays, if you know your country is literally being invaded, that's probably what most of the news are talking about.
Would you rather kiss me for $100 or the prettiest girl you know for $700?
Ooh, $800 because it's the same.
Kiss you for $100 or kiss the prettiest girl in the world for $700?
800 total because it's the same.
I'd rather kiss you. Fuck money.
I'm not the prettiest girl you know?
We got like 12 mirrors in the house, right? You never thought about checking?
Rest in pieces. You literally cannot choose who you're attracted to. Show me proof that it's possible. I can show you proof though. Turn gay right now. Become attracted to men right now if it is a choice. You can't because it's not a choice. I can show you proof that turn gay right now because attracted to men is a choice. I can, but I don't want to. It's a sin. No, it's just called being bi and being in the closet. You're good, fam. We accept you, it's fine. Dad burns $3,500 worth of Olivia Rodrigo tickets because venue demands attendees to be vaccinated for COVID-19. Seems like a good thing to do. Burn tickets for like, you know, a solid monthly salary, but it's because you won't get a free vaccine. Why did you even buy them in the first place? And then, like, you're not harming anyone but yourself. Who are you making the statement for? God damn it. My brother in Christ? Jesus, I thrust in you. Jesus is inside all of us. Yes, exactly in that way.
Nobody has ever died from having children.
That's a very, very, very bold absolute statement that we have right here. Very nice.
I get the point you're trying to make, but I have yet to meet a hetero woman who has enthusiastically participated in the naughties. And can it be me who is the problem? No, it's the entire gender that is broken and every other person is lying.
Wouldn't an extra 38k be nice? If the estimated 1 billion being spent on a Jubilee was divided amongst the 26 million households in the UK, it would mean a windfall for each household of £38,000. Now that would be something to celebrate. Abolish the monarchy now. No, it would be closer to like £38 per household. That wouldn't be as, you know, groundbreaking. You missed 3 zeros, fam. Kicked because my mom was on her last day and they assumed it would affect my performance. I already knew for some time that this day will come, since she had stage 4 cancer. She passed away on Monday. Imagine being fired from a job because you're about to lose a loved one. I remember this story. It happened just like last week. It's an esports team, and one of the members got kicked off because the mom had cancer, and they thought it would affect their ability to play. That is such a scumbag move. Are you serious? Oh my, it's so wild to me. It's so wild. I don't understand how that can even be real. How can any human have that little compassion? It blows my mind. Michigan elementary school teacher is on leave after handing out this assignment on apes, monkeys, and lemurs. Who is who? Which is the following primates? And you have all these monkeys and Obama. Oh my god. You know FacePalm moments. This is more like, a face skull. You just mash your hand and it comes out the back of your head. This what? Anti-vaxxers are searching for vaccinated people by scanning for the Bluetooth signal their chip gives off. Also, and I shite you not, anti-vaxxers are roaming cemeteries searching for Bluetooth signal from the recently departed in the most ghoulish version of geocaching ever. Wait, what? No, are you serious? Oh my god, they're basically playing Pokemon Go with deceased people's 5G chips. What?
Has anyone tested a Bluetooth connection theory to the jibbed? We have been testing it for the last few days with freaky results. Yes, my other did in a few places and count the number of people and amount of codes that came up. They matched every time. He hasn't got an app for just normal Bluetooth on his phone. Yup, I did it today and it's freaking scary. It even works when traveling in the car around 20 miles and HR picks up other drivers' people in the vicinity.
What, you mean like other Bluetooth devices? Yeah, they're pretty common. If you open your Bluetooth like on an airplane or bus, you'll probably have another 20, 30 devices just boop. It's like headphones and computers and everything. Like what?
Yes, it's scary. If you have a new phone, it doesn't pick up them properly. But when you get the phone, it's something they've done to the settings. I've downloaded this app and it works.
Find my Bluetooth device. Yes, you know that massive freaking conspiracy in the world that is cracked by a free app on the App Store that is most likely a scam. Oh, look at this. As someone has already mentioned, the default on most phones is now not to scan for unknown devices. You need to go into the secret developer menu and switch the feature back on. Freaky results. All the JAD with their own permanent identifiable number, reaching out for connection to any and all devices. Okay, but even if that was true, what would be the point? You just have a chip in your arm that connects to random Bluetooth devices? Like transferring what? Just, we're gonna sync our iTunes libraries. Hell yeah, fam. Nope. Okay, we got a little face mask action. Oh, no. Oh no. Oh god, I can feel this in my bones. Oh, I like how I also just facepalm with the mask afterwards. That feels very appropriate. This is something that I would do. Oh my god. They censored cum in magna cum laude. That's when your individual word filter goes a little bit bananas. We have this problem in Discord too, when stuff gets censored when like contains a bad word in the spelling, like the letter combination. Which of the following items might help an HR professional drive employee retention and success? A ping pong table, additional responsibility, a raise in pay. Incorrect! Often when an employee leaves, it's not about the money. A good exit interview can help determine the real causes of employee discontent, which is a ping pong table! Woo! Why did you leave this job? It didn't have enough ping pong tables. I'm sorry, that's my one and only passion. Nothing else matters. At least in the past for me, when I quit my job to do YouTube, totally real job, professional meme reader. It was pay that was the last nail in the coffin. Of course, there were other aspects to it as well, but that was actually the final piece. When I was offered a pay raise that would actually not even account for inflation, even though all my accounts were doing incredibly well and I had all my degrees and shite, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this. Like, I don't trust that this is temporary and you guys are gonna magically increase it in the future. I'm just gonna skedaddle. I have this little hobby project that is starting to do well, so I'm gonna become a YouTuber. And here I am. Now I've actually worked as a YouTuber longer than I've worked as an engineer. It's wild. In one way, I'm actually glad that happened, because if I had gotten what I wanted from the employer, I would have been more likely to stay a bit longer, and maybe I would have missed the boat on what I'm doing right now. So, in one way, I'm actually grateful, because it made the choice very easy. It's like, oh, this thing is going well. This thing is not giving me what I want. Boop! Easy choice. Police rescues Ariana Grande-sized alligator from basement. My favorite unit to measure, one Ariana Grande. I don't want to use the metric system. It's too complicated. Let's use Ariana Grande's. I mean, I read the explanation for this kind of funny stuff, and it's when they try to make a relatable object the title of it. You know, oh, this big boulder the size of a refrigerator, and people picture a refrigerator and be like, oh, that's a big boulder. But sometimes he just goes overboard, like, this crocodile the size of this very particular celebrity. Or sometimes it's stuff like, this large boulder the size of a small boulder is blocking the road. Man stuffs live eel up his butt to cure contraception. Almost dies. Yeah, totally couldn't see that coming. Seth Green's Bored Ape NFT, which was set to star in its own animated show, was stolen through a phishing scam. Green no longer owns the commercial rights to the NFT, and thus the show cannot move forward. What a shame. Oh, it's a tragedy. I was looking forward to my silly monkey animations. Oh no. Fox Guest says it's parents' responsibility to ensure they don't send their kids to a school that's easy to shoot up. It's like, oh, and also make sure not to walk on streets that are likely to have drunk drivers on it. You know? Yahoo!
Oh yes, baby.
Oh yes, baby.
This is taking a certain direction.
Yes, indeed it is.
Taylor! Jesus guns babies!
Commas are important. I don't remember reading that part of the Bible. Must be one of the secret chapters that you can only unlock with your phone settings on Bluetooth. 100,000,001 is divisible by 17.
Then 17 is not a prime number anymore.
No, it's the other way. You literally put it upside down. It's other way around.
Crystal Wonder for kids.
Jesse, it's time to cook. That's not the right target demographic now, is it? Sunshade. If only you could attach it to a hat. It's the struggles of the modern men. Fun fact, 1998, Yahoo refuses to buy Google for $1 million. 2002, Yahoo offers $3 billion, Google's counter with $5 billion. Yahoo declines. 2008, Yahoo refuses an offer from Microsoft for $40 billion. 2016, Yahoo sold to Verizon for $4.6 billion. And accounting for inflation, it's even worse.
I wish we could choose our baby fathers.
Someone come tell her before I do, because I'm gonna hurt her feelings. You know, when you have the bees and the flowers and the birds and the bees fricking the birds and the baby and there you go. Wood chopping board. Do not use as chopping board. Is this like a disclaimer that's just when people complain and try to sue companies for like, it's getting worn. It's like, we said on the back that you shouldn't chop on it. Genius.
My 25-year-old son just got a job in engineering and is now discussing moving out in a few months. I took $8,000 out of his bank account to stop him from moving, and now there's a court case. How do I get custody of my son back?
You still have custody? I don't think you have custody of your son when he's 25 in the first place. That's probably not true. Secondly, stop. You're nuts. Sale. Boneless, skinless children's thighs. Whole Foods. Yes. Electric eraser. Wow, that sounds very useful. And the eraser is, of course, hyper tiny. And it needs all the batteries and stuff. And then it vibrates. Wow, that's really bad. And it's like super tiny. And you rub it all around anyway. Just use a regular sized eraser. This is so pointless.
You will never change what you tolerate. Research #flat earth. No curve here. Can we agree on that?
There wouldn't be. Like, you're not standing on top of a cylinder. Like, you're gonna see, if you're standing on the top of a ball, you're gonna see as far in this direction as in this direction, you know? So, you know, the horizon is gonna be flat like this all around you. What are you talking about? Tactical baby gear. Set a higher standard for your family. Tactical baby gear. This is kind of funny. Oh my god. This is what I'm expecting, you know, old, very passionate Call of Duty players to get when they start a family. Or like airsoft players. This is what airsoft players get. Absolutely amazing. I kind of want a camo baby stroller. Not gonna lie, that's pretty badass. A teacher saw a 12-year-old black kid play with a Nerf gun at home on Zoom. Video recorded him, showed cops. Cops went to his home. He was suspended. His disciplinary record says he took a facsimile on a firearm to school, and now he has a criminal record with the sheriff's office. This is what we think is a problem. This is what we collectively said, oh yeah, this is the issue. You saw this child playing at home. It's technically a classroom because Zoom, and a Nerf gun can be very easily mistaken for the real thing. At home. Great. Our boss just banned overly specific nicknames, and the whole office is staring at Rat Snitch Brian, the good time ruiner. Comes back to bite you, doesn't it, Rat Snitch Brian, the good time ruiner? So he's just like kind of brushing up some stuff. He's gonna brush up the trash. But where did the brush go? It is such a mystery. What? It was right here? But where could it? I could have sworn I had it here just a second ago. What the frick? Oh my god. Wait. It can't have gone far. It was right here. I'm backtracking the movements to figure out where it went. And it was here. I brushed here. And I took this in my hand. And then it's gone. Where could the brush have gone? I have done this with my phone. Where I start walking around my apartment looking for my phone with my phone in my hand. It's embarrassing how we are the most intelligent species on this planet. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? There we go! Heck yeah! Got it! Booyah! Nailed it! Oh, this is so me. Oh my god, this is so me. Well, laddies, lasses, and lasses, I do hope you enjoyed this video, you beautiful bean, and I do have an amazing day, and that you have an amazing time until I see you in the next video, because you deserve it. Bye-bye. Mwah.